Hello everyone, welcome to our channel HR Trends. As we have told you in our previous video that we are going to explain scopes of human resource management in detail in our upcoming video. So here we are with the scope of human resource management known as human resource planning. We will discuss this scope of human resource management in detail in this video. So stay tuned with us. So human resource planning is the procedure by which organizations evaluate the present human resources, forecast future requirements or necessities, find the gaps, and come up with a plan to fill them. Basically, human resource planning, which is also known as workforce planning and manpower planning, it ensures that an organization have the correct number of people with relevant skills and knowledge in the right kind of job position at the right time. It means that by using human resource planning procedure, a company check that if they are going to execute a new project or if they want to enhance the capacity of the company, they check whether their human resources have the right skills so that they can execute that project. But if they find that they don't have the right skills, then they will plan how to fill those gaps or how to manage those gaps. Maybe they need to hire new staff, or maybe they will plan to train their existing staff. All these things come under the human resource planning process. Also, they check that if they are going to execute a future project, then they forecast that how many people or workforce they need for that project. So these are the things which comes under the umbrella of human resource planning process. Before going to the next slides, please subscribe to our channel HR Trends so that you can get updates about our upcoming videos. Thank you for appreciating our previous video. We will keep uploading new videos in the field of human resource management. Benefits of human resource planning. The main purpose of human resource planning is to make the company reach the desired workforce capacity from the current workforce capacity by predicting the demand for and supply of human resources in the near future. It means by using human resources planning process, we basically enhance the capacity of our current workforce and take them to a level which is required to achieve the company goal. Also, we can predict the demand for future human resources by using human resource planning process. Benefits of human resource planning. The human resource planning helps in predicting the forthcoming needs of the workforce, and not only this, but it also helps in anticipating the job vacancies arising in the near future. So it's a very good benefit of human resource planning process that it predicts about the forthcoming requirement of workforce, or also it anticipate in advance the job vacancies which will arise in the near future, so that it enable us to hire good staff in the near future. It is cost effective as well. That is, the enterprise can anticipate the deficiency and surplus of workforce and can control the inequality that may become uncontrollable or costly. It also benefits us for better planning for the employee development. Through human resource planning, the skills of the current employees can be enhanced by giving them appropriate training and development opportunities. It means it can enhance the skills of our current employees and they can perform in a better way in the future. Training programs become more effective since the workforce gaps arising out of deficiency or excess can be determined through the workforce planning and that training can be imparted accordingly. It means it can give an idea that in which fields employees need training. So it enables us to give a better training to the employees or your workforce. It also helps to make the strategic decision related to the hiring and training of the workforce in case of shortage and layoff, termination or replacement of the workforce in case of surplus.
Hello all. As my fellow partner has briefly discussed the benefits of human resource planning, I will give you a brief explanation of the human resource planning process. These are the steps of human resource planning. Let's discuss them one by one. The first step in human resource planning is to determine the goals of human resource planning. The primary step in every process is the determination of the goals for which the process is to be carried on. The goal for which the workforce planning is required should be defined accurately to make sure that the right number of people for the right type of jobs are selected. The goals can differ across the several departments in the company, such as the employee's demand may differ in the marketing, finance, production, human resource department based on their roles or functions. We can take an example. If the goal of a company is to launch a new product, then the company has to recruit new employees or the workforce required for the production and launching of the product. It is also possible that one department needs to hire more employees than the other. For example, to launch a new product, maybe the marketing department needs more employees than the finance. This is a very simple example of the first step of human resource planning. The next step is analysis of current workforce portfolio. In this step, a company has to analyze the current workforce supply in the company through the saved information about the workers in terms of their experience, proficiency, skills, etc. required to perform a specific job. Also, the future vacancies can be projected to plan for the workforce from both the internal within the current employees and the external hiring candidates from outside sources. Thus, it is to be ensured that the pool of talent is maintained to meet any vacancy arising in the near future. For example, a company wants to launch a new product, then they will check the database of current employees to find out that whether their existing employees have enough capabilities or skills to launch this product or not. If there is a shortage of skills, then they have to hire new employees by using the recruitment method, or they can advertise the vacancies on the internet, internally or externally. This is a very simple example of this step. The next step is predicting demand and supply of human resources. Once the pool of skilled workforce is maintained, the next step is to match the demand for the workforce arising in the future with the supply of available resources within the company. Here, the required skill of workers for a particular job are matched with the job description and job specification. Let us take an example. For the launching of the new product, we need 7 marketing people, for example, 9 technical people who will provide technical support and prepare for the product in case of any issues. 3 additional people in the sales department. At this point, the company finds out that they only have 3 marketing people, 4 technical people, and they have to hire 3 additional sales staff in the future. Now, for this season, they will hire new staff and then train them so that they will support the company to launch a new product. The next step is investigating the manpower gaps. After predicting the demand and supply, the workforce gaps can be easily assessed. In case the demand is more than the supply of human resources, that means there is a shortage, and thus new candidates need to be recruited. Whereas, if the demand is less than supply, there arises a surplus in the human resources, and therefore the employees have to be removed either in the form of termination, retirement, layoff, transfer, etc. For example, a company has already enough staff which can launch a new product, then they do not need to hire new employees. But in case of shortage of employees, they will hire new staff. So this is the very simple example of investigating the manpower gaps. The next step is employment plan or action plan. Once the workforce gaps are assessed, the action plan is to be formulated accordingly. In a case of shortage, the company may go either for recruitment, training, interdepartmental transfer plans, whereas in the case of surplus, the voluntary retirement schemes, redeployment, transfer, downsizing could be followed. We can elaborate this step with a simple example. As the definition already shows, after the workforce gaps are made in case of shortage, a company may hire new employees. On the other side, if there is a surplus, a company can terminate some of the employees to giving them, for example, we can take an example with golden shake hand, or maybe they will be transferred to another branch of the same company in another city. The next process is training and development. The training is not only for the new employees, but also for the current employees who are required to improve their skills from time to time. After the employment plan, the training programs are conducted to train the new employees as well as the old ones with the necessary skills to be performed on a specific job. In case we are going to hire new employees to launch a new product, then we will have to train existing employees and new employees about the new product. Technical staff will get training related to technical issues such as troubleshooting of the product, and marketing will receive training about feature of the product so that they can market the product to the customers in a very efficient way. The final step is appraisal of manpower planning. Finally, the effectiveness of the workforce planning process is to be evaluated. Here, the human resource plan is compared with its actual implementation to make sure the availability of several employees for several jobs. At this point, the company has to decide the success of the plan and control the deficiencies, if any. The example is after the launch of the new product, a company has found that their sales are going well and customers are satisfied, then it means that the human resource planning process has successfully been executed. In case the product sale is not going well, then they will have to find issues of the human resource plan, and after they will have to rework on it for resolving those issues. It means that human resource planning is a continuous process. So these are the steps involved in human resource planning. So in the conclusion, we can say thus human resource planning is a continuous process that starts with the goals of human resource planning and ends with the evaluation or feedback and control of the planning process. So I hope that you have understood the basic concept of human resource planning process. We have tried to explain you with this very simple examples just to make it easy for you to understand. Lastly, we just want to thank you for watching this video. Thank you once again.